Hey, it's Inside 8 here. I have been on a hiatus, and so it's nice to be back here talking to you guys, my insiders. Happy 2018. It's already the 12th day of January. I can't believe how fast this year has already gone. And I've been traveling the country here on interviews and doing way too much flying, if you know. So I'm so glad. So glad to be back and talking to you guys and talking about Inside 8. I've been sort of thinking about Facebook Live and what the purpose of these segments are, and getting to talk to you guys. So why Facebook Live? Why these videos? I took the past few weeks, probably more than a few weeks off, because of my crazy schedule has been so insane. And sometimes something, when we're juggling so many balls, we have to let one drop every once in a while. So unfortunately, that's been you guys, but luckily there's been some awesome content going up on the blog and great contribution from the rest of the Inside 8 team picking up the slack for me. So now that I'm back and here, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we have in store this year at Inside 8. And the new year brings a lot of time to think about resolutions and self-growth and looking back on the past year. I was just watching one of the posts, how Facebook has the day in the life or whatever it's called on this day, and looking back on some of the videos from last year and what that looked like. And my hair was a lot shorter. But a lot has changed in the past year, and we've done some great things at Inside 8. So it's been really exciting to see how things have changed and evolved, and how this community has grown so much. And really, that's the purpose of this. And our mission is to help people connect and join in and start a conversation about things that, so many things. There's so many things to talk about. And all of that starts with reflection on yourself and who you are and who you want to be, where you see yourself going in life, and helping you grow into that. And, I think the new year is, a lot of the time, there's a lot of conversations about resolutions. What are you going to do differently, and what are you going to change? And sometimes you're already on that path. And I think I can talk to this from a personal perspective. But you may already be on the path you want to be on, and you're there and you're sort of moving towards it, and sometimes it's slow and sometimes you make big leaps towards it. But I guess sort of a shout out to those people who are in the middle of their journey and are working towards that goal. And sometimes it's hard to see where you're going, or it's hard to move towards that goal when you are, the target is moving, or you don't have a clear vision of what that's going to look like. And you're sort of, I know for me personally, kind of like, I'm moving towards something and I hope it's awesome. And also, I don't know if I have such a clear picture of what that's going to be like, because it's going to depend on the opportunities that arise. I just want to be ready for any opportunity that comes. So I have a couple, sort of rambling today, I guess, but a couple key thoughts, I guess, that I've been sort of mulling over in the past few weeks and thinking about in my travels and my personal journey. And I was hoping to maybe pass them on to you. One thing is sort of developing that vision and understanding where you want to go and how much of that comes from where you are now and what it's going to take to get there. And I was looking at my profile today as a primal nourisher. I always like to go back and look at that section that talks about when you're at your best and when you're at your worst, just sort of intermittently, because it just is me. In traveling, I haven't been home basically in the past 2 weeks. I was in Florida and then Texas and then New York. I did go home for about 6 hours. I slept for 4 of that and then jumped back on a plane, and now I'm in California. I was in LA yesterday. I'm in Northern California today. And when I'm at my worst, I want things my way, and typically that worst comes out when I'm really tired. And so that's where I've been the past week or so, just exhausted. I don't know what time zone I'm on. And so reflecting on that, what do I look like when I'm at my worst, when I'm trying to be on and at my best, when I'm interviewing for positions for next year? How do I sort of channel that side of me when I'm at my best, and show those best sides of me when maybe I don't feel it? And yeah, I think there's such a balance there of recognizing, okay, I gotta push through this last day and then I get some time to rest. I can tell you I'm feeling much more, much closer to my best today after a solid night of sleep and some time to recharge and relax and focus on me a little bit before my next meeting today. But I think in having clear intentions for where you're moving towards can help keep things in focus when you're in the middle of it and you are, pushing through and sort of like, I'm tired, I need sleep, and recognizing, okay, why am I doing this? What's the purpose? And can I muster the strength to push through, one more day or one more hour or whatever it is? And in that, you're going to encounter opposition. And we like to think, I think I've talked about this before, we like to think that progress is linear. We are climbing up the mountain and we are moving forward, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is being vulnerable or moving backwards. In these interviews, it involves a lot of self-reflection, but one of the questions I was asked was if I could see myself as a symbol or describe myself as a symbol, and I talked about an arrow. And one of the reasons is sometimes we think we have to keep moving forward, but an arrow by design has to move backwards to move forwards. And so you have to look back at your past or where you're at to be able to make any progress in your life. And sometimes that means failure, and that means rejection, and that means, tough times. And those challenges, what are you going to do with those challenges to overcome them or to keep moving forward even when things are, you're trudging? Maybe that's a good word. And sort of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, even when you're in that constant battle or struggle to keep moving forward. Sometimes that involves sacrifice to prioritize what you need in that moment. And for me, in the past 6 weeks or so, it's been prioritizing that self-reflection and that time for self-growth so that I can be the person that I need to be to help others, and to, you only have so much space in your bucket to be able to fill other people up. It's like a bucket of water, a glass of water. To help others, you have to pour some of yourself into their bucket, but if your bucket is empty, then you cannot be useful. So sort of that recognition of what you need to grow, and for me as a nourisher, it's to help others and to to socialize and to have that social harmony piece and get along with people and have other people getting along. And if I am too tired to do that, I really am no service to myself or others. So sometimes that involves some sacrifice to let things slide a little bit, and then realize you're going to be able to pick up those pieces a lot better if you take some time for self-care and you take some time for reflection. Yeah. That was a lot today. I've obviously been doing a lot of thinking about myself and my journey. And I think that is different for everyone, and how that looks for everyone is different. But it involves a lot of conversation with other people. That self-reflection is about yourself, but it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It doesn't happen in a silo. So much of my growth in the past 6 weeks has happened from talking to other people and having them ask me questions and asking them questions, and then going home and thinking about the answers that I gave and sort of where did that come from, or what was going on there. So that's what this is about, this Facebook Live and Insight 8, and it's about that conversation and about connecting with each other to promote self-growth and to promote growth of other people. So, happy 2018. I hope that you have have lots of things to think about and talk about in this upcoming year, and great blogs coming out. Great one by Mar this week about resolutions and maintaining resolutions in the face of adversity. So yeah, that's what I got for you today. Keep me updated, keep me posted on what you are thinking about in this new year, and what your resolutions are, and you know, where are you stuck maybe? Where are you reflecting on yourself? I will be back. I should be back next week. Maybe not on Friday. Might be a different day, maybe Saturday. I have another interview next week, but I will be back, I promise. Not such a long break this time, and back to talk about you. Bye.